Wow.
So it's just a ton of them, man.
So do they have to be remastered? What's the quality on it? Okay.
The quality sounds good. Like, they sound good. Like, I listen to them in the truck.
You mixed them on your...
Everything was already mixed and ready to go. Because I was shopping them at the time.
I got you.
So some got picked up, some didn't. So, like...
Yeah, that's dope, man.
Yeah, it was pretty... like, listening to them, I'm like, yo, this is going to be real fucking special, man. Because it's a dedication, but it's also, like, a gift. Like, a real personal gift. Like, that's going to come out.
That's not your first beat tape, though.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, so... But it's like he said, like, and you said, like, when you're going to make beats, like, it's opening that door. My wife asked me, she's like, yo, you going to make beats again? Well, why you ask me that? She was like, because you talk about it, like, you listen to it, and I'm like, yeah, I do, I just don't have the time, so.
Right. Yeah, the only thing about the new joints is if you're going to need a computer with them. Yeah. If they're not a standalone. The one, I like the one, I don't like the one, you know what I'm saying? But... I got the live now, the retro live, so I like that joint. Yeah. And you can use it with a computer or not, but yeah, man, just make joints.
I know, man.
Just make joints.
When I was talking to Quartermain, he was telling me when he was talking to Odyssey, and he was like he was telling me a little bit about his work ethic, and like we said, like he was like, don't make it all about like trying to make like the greatest joint ever, like just work on your stuff. Or on just your snares, or on just your hi-hats, or just like, and I get that now. Like before I was going hard, you know, all day long, every day.
But that's how we was. Like I know I was the same way in my 20s, bro. My first studio on St. Barnabas Road. I used to sit. You've been over there before,
across from the car dealership.
Yeah. I used to sit in that joint every day.
Really?
On the EPS. Or like the ASI or whatever, every day making beat after beat, going to Staples, buying floppy disks.
Right.
You know, saving the joints.
Right.
You know, tracking out beats. I used to do that shit every day, eating horribly, because you're 20.
Yeah.
You know, you feel good, you can do it all day, every day. And you just make beat after beat after beat after beat after beat. And that shit's cool at that age.
Right.
But then now, I be like, bro, I want to look at a movie or do something else over making a beat. Then when I hear something that is like creative, or I hear something like, bro, I'm going to go cut on the machine, or when I hear something that just
inspires you,
inspires me to say, hey, damn, how did he do that? Or how did she do it? Right. I need to go cut the machine on and mess around with it. You know what I'm saying? Or if I, on my Spotify, an album will come on that, you know, the algorithm. The album will come on and it's playing like, damn, let me mark that. And then that's when I'll go through. You know what I'm saying? And then I just got that low hiss ESPI. It's like the SP12 program.
You got that?
I got that. So now I'm going to set an hour or two aside a day to learn that. So it's got to be something that's going to like just schedule, put me on something to learn. Because I'm like, damn, I want to learn this joint now. I want to learn SP, digital SP. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what's crazy is like now we're sponges. Like we're like, we want to soak it all up. You know, like before it was like, oh, work. I'm going to do it. But now we turn into sponges. We want to absorb. I can't tell you how many times I'm walking through the grocery store or something, man, and I'm like, what is that? Like, Shazam. Like, I want to go home and, you know, fuck with this right now.
Send it to yourself and be like, bro, I could chop this up or listen to the chop. And that's the thing. And that's why I was like, it has to be an age and maturity thing. And then also, too, like, a thing where, you know, people that really love it, they going to do it regardless. But it's just like, you're not really in a rush to do it because it's not about the money anymore.
Right.
Before it was about money. You know what I'm saying? Right. But now it's kind of like, bro, I'm just
having fun.
I'm having fun. Yo. I'm going to rock with it. Mess up. Delete the whole shit. Redo it again. No sweat. No pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you was talking about the floppy disk. When I got my XL, I had the floppy disk. So I was making like 4 or 5 beats in a row. on the MP, like using up all the storage. Then I had to save all of those beats off. So I'd have 5 floppy disks to load up everything that I did in like a week or something or whatever, how many beats I was making. And I was like, what are you doing?
And don't let you lose disc 4 or 5.
Oh my God.
And you like, oh, this shit corrupt.
All you have is the sounds at that point.
It's just corrupt. You just got them up to the
all you have is
disc
sounds.
3. Whatever's loaded up to disc 3.
Bro.
Like that shit right there, bro. And then I was like, then you know you got a little bit of money. You was like, let me go get the Omega zip drive.
I had both. I had the jazz drive and the zip drive.
Let me go get that Kidnap Pro. Oh yeah, he got the joints. I'm gonna go. You don't remember Kidnap Pro? That site Kidnap Pro. Like, bro, you used to get that shit, and then you be like, okay, this made it easier. But still, what if this whole zip mess up? And they got 50 beats on it.
Exactly.
Dead in the water, man.
I used to save my the APS files and the sound files separately. Like you could connect your jazz to a computer.
Yeah.
I used to
and save the file to the desktop or save it to a hard. Yeah, that's
exactly.
What you're saying. Yeah, man, that shit like it's way different. They don't let you try to track something out, and you be in there all day tracking shit out. Then the computer stop. And then it started, you gotta go all the way back to the beginning. Levels off, or you got like, it's just, oh my God. Like, I can't just imagine how we got through those days, man. Because we spent a lot of time doing this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I still got a lot of beats. Like, Katrina only got 1 beat from my MPC. I got a ton of beats from my MPC that people haven't heard yet.
See? That's what's crazy.
We gotta put it out, man.
I know.
And we just missed, I didn't even call Roddy, but, they had a Bandcamp free last week.
On Friday.
Yeah.
Last Friday.
So
I saw that.
little birdie told me they're going to do one in June.
Okay.
And I think it might be on the weekend of Juneteenth. So you got some time to think about it.
Yeah.
And figure out what y'all want to do. But, like, so, I mean, these beat tapes, man, easy.
Yo, so I was talking to Dub at freaking the Whammy Awards, and he was telling me he was nominated for a jazz album. I was like, nigga, how you get nominated for a jazz album? He's like, oh, I did the jazz album, da da da. He was like, but the idea came to me. He was like, he was listening to a lot of jazz, and an Alchemist beat came on, and he was like, the fuck? He was like, an Alchemist beat. He's like, what? Like, how is this happening? So then he started looking through his joints. And he was like, oh, this wasn't a jazz song, this wasn't a jazz song, this wasn't a jazz song. But the niggas was taking the instrumental albums and being like, jazz and soul, such and such and such and such, not even touching hip hop. And then re-uploading it as something else and being like hip hop. So,
changing the algorithm.
So you put it up as hip hop, you take that same project, rename it, da 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 da, swing it through these venues. Now all of a sudden, Judah Beats is popping up, or whatever it may be. So
that's slick.
That's my new shit for Heritage Square. Like, it's not even on no hip hop. This is love music. This is because there's no vocals to it.
Shoot.
The algorithms now are fucked up. So even if you get one that make it through. You might end up on a playlist. Who knows where you at with this? Who's listening to it?
Right. Oh shoot! I didn't even think about that. But that's what I was telling him. I said, man, those
are the jewels.
Rather have a career like Alchemist, because that man, like
him and Rock, like my heroes, yo.
Rock
Marciano. Like from producer standpoint, them niggas are my heroes. They flying niggas in. Like, go for it. Go for it. Like, it's beautiful to hear the shit that they create and how different it is with each artist they work with.
And that's one thing that, if you notice about Alchemist too, like, he's very project driven, because he'll do an EP with somebody in a heartbeat. Most producers not really trying to do that. They trying to get a placement or whatever.
Yeah.
He will say, bro, come on out here, let's work for a week.
Yeah.
Put a project together. And that's what's fascinating about, and that's what I always try to pattern myself on. Like, I'd rather just do projects and knock them out and put them out and move on to the next. You know what I'm saying? And I always liked that about him, because he'll do a project with an artist in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? And you don't even get that from like, you know, you get that from Pete Rock every now and then, but still he not doing the volume of EPs he's doing with one artist. I think the last one he did was the one with what was that, Scott Smoke Dizza. He did one with him, but
he has an artist now. What's his artist name? I can't remember.
I don't know.
But yeah, he will do an EP with somebody and put it out, and it's everywhere.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So yeah, that's dope, man. I didn't think about that. Now I gotta think about that. And I got so much. Remember DVD-Rs?
Yeah.
Yes.
I got DVD-Rs.
What?
From digital recorders of music that is never seen the light of day, or just so much stuff, bro. So much stuff. I got a record with CL Smooth and Raheem Devon that I produced. And I ain't Slim. I got so much stuff.
Yo, so speaking of the floppy disk, me, Raheem, and Cy Young did a whole EP together, like 5 songs.
Where's that?
Bro, I had the D3200 and the floppy disk. I was like recording all of this stuff in like a week or two's time. This corrupted. This like heartbroken. All we had was rough mixes. And I was like, oh my God. And these rough mixes weren't like, oh, I can't put this out with Cy and Raheem on this. Like, I can't.
Right.
They used it for some mixtapes.
Right.
We used a couple joints for like a couple albums.
But it couldn't be salvaged.
No, man. It was like.
You still got the
D3200 I got. The D1600, no, that joint crashed, man. That joint
hard drive.
I was working that shit,
I used to use the high DPS 12s. You remember the
12-track joint?
The 12-track joints. And sync them 2 of those up together to get 24 tracks.
Damn. They were saying that's how Timbaland did a Aaliyah album. He was like plugging in different joints.
I had 2
to get, like,
DPS 12s.
I might be wrong, but I heard
in that studio that you came to, I used to have 2 DPS 12s synced up together to give me 24 tracks. And then I would have it connected to a CDR or CDR burner where I can burn 1 joint at a time. Like, that shit was crazy.
Hold on, when you say burn 1 joint at a time,
burn a song.
Oh, a song.
Burn a song.
Yeah, because you had to let it do its thing, and then it had to dump the CD.
Had to write
that was not like easy. Yeah,
I had 2 high DPS 12s hooked up to get 24 tracks.
That's crazy.
It was crazy, bro. That's wild, man.
Oh, you know, we talked last time I was here about your documentary. You know, the Eden Hotel has a movie theater with 100 seats.
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Did I say about the documentary?
Nah.
So years ago, probably, I can't even think, this had to be, 15 years ago?
Longer than that, at least.
15, 17 years ago, I shot a documentary. And this is when I was going to New York every week. And I used to go to New York every week to meet with an A&R, my manager at the time. You know, I was in Bad Boy, Jive.
You was Kanye before Kanye.
I was everywhere, playing beats for people. And mind you, my shit was weak. Like, and I admit it, like, now, making beats now, and then I thought I was better because I was here. I was doing some good stuff here, but my shit was weak. But I still was on that road every week going to New York, right? And I used to get, and I filmed everything. When I was running around to the labels.
You have it.
I did a documentary. I shot it myself and put it on DVD, got the cases, and that's how I met him. Because he called me saying, hey, I want to get a copy of your DVD or something.
Really?
And I can't remember what the dialogue, but I think I gave you a copy of it. But that's how I met him. And this DVD just showed me on the road. I had the little mini VHS joints. I got all that footage, just me on the road, me meeting with A&Rs and them shitting on me, and you know what I'm saying, like John Monopoly, who managed Kanye, I met with him. I was smoking on my meat, eating food, going out the office. I'm playing beats, right? He just would go out the office. I'm like sitting around like this, and then he come back in. Oh, let me play you my man. It's my meeting with him, and he want to play me somebody else stuff. I was like, bro, that's when I realized like. This ain't for me. I'm not cut out for this shit right here. I'm not cut out for this. So then that's when I was like, you know what? I'm just going to find my own artist, do my own thing. I'm tired of this industry.
Yeah.
Because I just felt really like disrespected.
Yeah.
And I'm coming from here where I'm like, bruh, I want to fight. Right. You know, Bama's, they call me up there for a 10-minute meeting. Or you on the, you know, I know y'all know this, you on the way there. You just double checking like, yo, we still good for 2.
Right. Oh,
you man. Going through the tunnel.
It's the worst one you ever want to.
You going through the tunnel, and they like, oh nah, can we just push it tomorrow? Yeah. And then you say, all right, well, you know I live in D.C. All right, we'll just come back up tomorrow. What the fuck you mean come back up tomorrow?
Right.
What do you mean come back up tomorrow? I done paid
$20 in tolls.
More than that, $30 in tolls. Gas, food, time doing whatever. Go home and come back tomorrow? Right. I said, that's so disrespectful. Yeah, like, bro. I got real angry, bro. And, you know, it's nothing like that 4-hour ride when you piss. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
On the way back?
On the way back, and you piss, and then you hit traffic. And then you like, bruh, this. Yeah. So, yeah, I got all that on footage, man.
That's beautiful.
All of it. So, yeah, I got to find a way to get it on the net now and monetize it, which I am going to do because we talked about this last time. So I got to figure out how to get it on, a newer site and monetize it, which I'm going to do.
It's crazy to think the world we live in right now, like we didn't have half the resources we have now. Like our resources were, oh, you want to do it? You bring the CD up. Mm-hmm. We pop that shit in. We listen to it. Mm-hmm. Bang, 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 bang. All right, cool.
Mail it to me. Bring it up. Overnight it. But then also, too, I think, too, back then, the payoff, the reward was a little bit more than it is now, right? Because...
I agree with that.
Because, you selling your CD back then, I remember I was doing a CD with like street labels and they were selling $20 a CD. Yeah. So imagine if you sold 1,000 CDs in your hood or around in the area at $20 a piece, or maybe 15. Yeah. 2 for, like, bruh, you are making like cash. Yeah. Now, a stream or an album sale, it doesn't equate to $20. Yeah. Cold cash. You get what I'm saying? No. So the payoff back then. But then the investment cost more.
The investment was expensive, man.
Because disc makers and all these.
Oh my god! Disc makers was like $2,000 for
1,000 CDs.
Yeah.
Bro. And you couldn't do no less than 1,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But even like producers back then, like if you wanted a joint, you had to pay for it. Mm-hmm. Like I met 88 Keys at Just Blaze Beat Society, and he came through. Mm-hmm. And I was shocked by Just Blaze because he was like blinged out. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh my God, this is real. Mm-hmm. 88 Keys gave me a BC. I was like, bet. Mm-hmm. Listen to the joint. I'm like, yo, he fuck with me. Mm-hmm. Fuck with me. I'm like, yo, I want this joint. He was like, all right, bet. He was like, yo, $2,500. I was like, dollars? I was like, nigga, you want $2,500 for this beat? I didn't know.
But... For 88 Keys.
I didn't even know 88 Keys at that point.
Understand.
And what he was, this is before Kanye, everything. 2 years later, Kanye joint, come on. I'm like, bullshit. Pissed. Pissed.
And that's light for...
Pissed.
Light for 88 Keys.
And now I'm like, nigga, you should have paid him. You should have paid Knots. Mm-hmm. You should have paid all these Beat Society niggas. Hey, mama, I need the loan. Like, trust me, it's going to do me good. Mm-hmm. Nah, man. How do you know, though?
You don't know.
Nigga, you could have had the Diet Coke beat.
How do you know? Right. How do you know? Beat tape was rocking. It sounded like an album. I was like, yo, this beat tape is crazy. Like, insane crazy.
But see, that's the thing, though. When I listen to these interviews or the So What's Up, or these just different interviews. Like the dude Soren Baker, you know who Soren Baker is? I listened to his interviews with these producers. Like the production game back then was so crazy. Yeah. Because it was like, bruh, just come through the session. Oh, I like that beat. Come up here tomorrow, track it out. Yeah. How much you want?
Right.
But that's how the industry was in New York. We wasn't a part of that, right? Yeah. But that beat game in New York around that time, motherfuckers was come down to the studio, bring your dad tapes. Oh yeah, I like this joint. I want to track it out now. Boom. 10 hours to track it out. How much you want for that? I got so and so right here. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, pay him. But it was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It just blows my mind that that's how it was in New York. And the production game was just ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous. And then it made sense how they all was working with each other, how they all was keep passing around money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, my budget open up. How much you want for a beat? Yeah. Here go $50K, track these 8 joints out or 4 joints. And, like, it just blows my mind.
And asking a nigga to track out 10 joints is not like... I imagine now being like, yo, got this beat for you, but do me a favor, track it out for me. Mm-hmm. Like, yo, Judah, can you track out this beat for me?
Hit one button.
Right. Right now we can.
Yeah, right now we can.
Imagine then.
Yeah, and you had the machines. Then they said one producer, I forgot who it was, but he said, yeah, they wanted the beat, but my stuff had broke, so they had to rent all the stuff for me and have it come to the studio. And I was like, bruh.
Right.
And they did it, and he got paid. And he tracked it out. And, like, it's just what it was back then.
Yeah.
Hearing those stories of those old New York producers, it was LP. Easy LP did a joint. Was it with Soren Bacon? Or he was with somebody. Or maybe the dude, because the dude from DOS Effects got a production podcast.
Solid Scheme.
Yeah. Crazy Dre.
Crazy Dre's, yeah.
He got a production joint. Yeah. He was talking to Easy LP. And just hearing the things that they would say, but he said Biggie heard beats, and Biggie was like, oh yeah, I don't want that for me, I want that for so-and-so, how much? Oh yeah, come down and get your money and track the beat out. It was that easy. To just go to a session. Yeah. And then they made it seem like you could just walk in any studio and go to a session and play beats. When it probably wasn't like that, but it was like that.
But I think it might have been like that, Judah, only because like everybody wasn't trying to be a rapper. Mm-hmm. Everybody wasn't trying to be a producer. Mm-hmm. Like, we got into it wanting to really do music. Mm-hmm. Now, like, the flood of wanting to make music is huge compared to then. Like, especially what we were doing, like, hip-hop wasn't even supposed to last that long. Mm-hmm. Especially the hip-hop we liked. And that shit went running. Right. And then even, the RZA's versus, Diddy, like, nah, nigga, like, you can't do this. And Diddy being like, nah, nigga, come to my party at the Garden. Them niggas being like, oh, okay, we get it now. Like, them niggas had to see it to get it on that pop level, but you could do both. You could go be Wu-Tang or you could go be this. Now, nigga, shit.
Bro, it's just crazy, man. And I realized, going through what I went through that's on that documentary, looking at those interviews, I realized that I never was going to be that producer trying to do it like that. Yeah. I never was going to make it like that. The way I was going to make it was the way I made it, where I found my own artist, did my own projects. Right. You know what I'm saying? Did all this other stuff.
Hung them up on your wall.
Did our own stuff. That was the way, because them dudes, they were already just knew each other. They ran around with each other. Yeah. They kept the money amongst each other. They split the money. They got the kickbacks off the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, they all had it all set up. Right. It didn't matter. It didn't matter if the beat was hot or not. It just it was already set up. Yeah. John Monopoly managed Kanye. John Monopoly is also an A&R at Jive. Right. Who do you think he gonna get do the work for first? Kanye. Yeah. Because Kanye working for him. Right. This not graduation Kanye though. This is pre all that. But he also managed Kanye, and he has the budget of the album. Right. So he can say, Kanye, I'm gonna give you $50,000. I need my 15-20%. He working for Jive and getting money from getting him the placement. Right. The kickback. Right. It's like the mafia shit. Like, bruh. And he manages the budget. So he got $300,000 for the album. Yeah. He gonna give Kanye $100,000 for beats. He gonna get his 15-20% off the $100,000, and he on Jive salary. Right. Bro, I'm a little dude coming from DC. What you think I'm not getting no work?
Yeah. So I've seen where some A&Rs want credits.
Yeah. They want credits and publishing.
Yeah.
They want credits, writing, publishing, for putting it together. For use this sample. Use this part of the sample. Like they want everything. It's the kickback.
Yeah.
And you on salary.
Yeah.
And you manage the budget. Craziness, bro.
Diddy did it, dog. He walked in and said, "No, put that verse here, put this here, or make this beat sound like this, or do this." That nigga was a composer. That nigga came in and said, "No, I'm gonna orchestrate this shit. I'm gonna get y'all niggas in a line, and this is how it's gonna sound at the end of it." And then touch a button, nigga. Like you know,
I can see why nobody would say anything because he's the one cutting the checks,
right?
And he's putting food on your table and keeping a roof over your house and over your head, and you want to. You need to do it, and you can use it to leverage other things. Right? I just did this Murray joint. I just did this.
Right.
But what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Especially if that's all you do. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's your only means of making money. I get it, but that don't mean it was right. You get what I'm saying?
It wasn't.
But it's just I always just try to find ways to listen to those older producers and understand how they got on the albums that they got on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that, whenever I try to always find interviews about how Nas did Illmatic.
Yeah.
Because if you hear all those stories of the different producers that he worked with on that album and how they came together and how they were chosen and picked and the beats and like it's just mind blowing.
Didn't Large Professor bring everybody in?
Yeah, but then he put him with Q-Tip, or then this happened, and Pete, and it just how that shit all happened. But they all friends. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? They go record shopping together.
Right.
Spend thousands of dollars on records.
Right. Yo, son, send me a beat. I'm working on this joint. It was that easy.
It was that easy.
Yeah.
Oh, this was the last joint. We needed one more joint. Then I hooked on that, and then that.
Right.
Or then we just needed a remix. And if you listen to Premier talk about all his placements and So What's Up, it should just be like, they called me for a remix. I just said I'll do a remix.
Right.
Boom, and
Yo, he did the Annie Up remix off turntables.
Crazy.
Bro.
It's just crazy.
Off turntables. Didn't even have his beat machine. He was like, "Oh, this is my beat. This is Primo." He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna use my turntables to," and when you listen to it, it's the beat, but it's him cutting it up as a DJ. Imagine making a beat, and now you're gonna take that beat and be like, "Oh, for the remix, I'm gonna just cut it up."
Hold up, Dr. Period did Annie Up.
Yeah, but
the remix.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't even remember the remix.
Oh, it's crazy, bro.
Right.
I just can't. It just makes me realize, like, bro, I was never gonna make it like that. That's a whole nother level.
Right.
And and it's also they were wolves at that time. They were really, really like hunting these placements and doing whatever they needed to get these placements. You gotta listen to the dude's self-service. Yeah. He did a lot of stuff for Murder Inc. He was like on that dude, what's that battle rapper show?
Math Office Show.
Yeah, Math Office Show, talking about placements and the work he did, DMX and Murder Inc. and all this stuff, and Irv Gotti. And
he said Irv Gotti still owe money.
Irv Gotti ain't make beats and this and that, which makes sense. I don't see Irv on no
right.
But then, Chink Santana worked for Irv Gotti. Chink Santana from here. He was in the Go-Go band, Northeast Grooves, I think. And Chink did a lot of that Ashani and Ja Rule stuff and all that stuff, and Chink's from here.
Wow.
Chink can play, work at MP. Irv Gotti ain't making no beats, man.
Yeah.
And like, bro, it's
crazy.
It's crazy, but once again, they all predatory. You know what I'm saying? They all.
But now,
who names you mentioned?
The artists now are predatory on producers, and even like you, when you posting those shits like, I need my shit mixed today, like after like what?
Bruh, they don't respect the producers and
or the engineers.
And then I posted this too. I recorded this album for this guy, right? Probably about 6 months ago, 5 months ago, 6 months ago. And then this dude came in here 3-4 weeks ago and did his album. He had at least 4 or 5 of the same beats that dude used on his album.
Damn.
And I say, bruh, where y'all getting these beats from? And I'm thinking like either YouTube, but you know where they getting it from? BeatStars.
They leasing
all leasing or buying exclusively.
Right.
And then the producer's still going out there and reselling it, even though they think it's an exclusive. And I'll be like, I'm not going to say nothing because then I'm hating. You get what I'm saying?
But you know how like easy that is? Because now as a producer, you almost like the pimp. You're like, let me hustle these niggas, you know? Because if it's a nigga in Cali, a nigga in Texas, a nigga in the train sitting next to me.
20 people around the world got the same beat on their albums. Yeah. Thinking it's exclusive or thinking they lease it or exclusive. And I'm just like, bro, are y'all not really understanding what's going on here? They don't even have a clue.
And here's the thing. You got to be the first one to put it on your YouTube so you don't get copyright strikes.
Right.
Or get sued or somebody file a cease and desist or something like. This shit is just wild to me.
It's the Wild Wild West out here.
It's the Wild Wild West. And how does an artist think they're going to blow up or do anything like that when it's 30 other people with the same beats or the same whole album? Right. There's a kid that came in here and he was like, yeah, I want to record my album. I said, all right, well, where your beats? Send me your beats or whatever. He sent me 10 YouTube links.
Oh, my God.
10 YouTube
for
links.
his album, not mixtape. His
album.
YouTube links.
So I had to go convert the joints and download them. He's using beats off of YouTube. What's those?
Type beats
off of YouTube. I said, and this is your album. And you know you can't say nothing because then you're a hater or you old. And so you just like, all right, that's what we're doing? All right, man. Yeah, it is what it is. 10 YouTube links.
So that's the artist you know. He just wants to be famous around the way. He don't.
I don't know what he wants. He may just want to be a star.
No, he might want to be a star.
And think that's how it's going to happen. Yeah. That's what's phenomenal about this shit is that this is how they think they're going to do it.
Didn't you just do a whole project for somebody and they got signed to a label and they want to redo the whole album?
Oh, yeah.
They had a label redo the whole album.
Yeah, they want to redo the whole album because they was like, nah, we got to use our folks. We want to use our folks. You know what I'm saying? So
and not pay you no bread?
And not pay me no bread. But I already got paid from him.
Right.
But, he was kind of like, well, this is the sound I created. And they was like, well, nah, we want to go this direction and we want to redo the songs, but we want to use this producer, re-record it. Because they want to have... You know why they want to do that?
The same feel.
No, they don't. They want to
keep their employees.
They want to impart or implant or implement a way to put the money into. Because he already had it done before he went to them.
Oh, right.
So they like, oh, nah, we want to redo it over.
They got to find a way to charge
and they want to put the money into it now. Yeah. And use their folks that they have to their producers that they have to their publishing company. And the studio that they own.
Right.
So they want to put the hooks in so that artist can be on the hook.
Right.
Financially.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They want to start invoicing or start writing off. Yeah. Oh, we spent $500 on this. We spent $1,000 on this. That's what they want to do.
Right.
They don't want to deal with the fact that he already had it done and he came to the table. That's why you signed him.
He don't see this.
He don't see it. He like, man, well, this is my opportunity, my advance. You know what I'm saying? This is my... I said, but you don't... And once again, you can't say nothing because you're a hater or you trying to block it. But I'm just like, bro, just think about what's going on. Because all they want to do is put the money into you to say, oh, yeah, now you owe us $150K or $100K. This is what you put into you. I'm like, bro,
your album was done, bro. You could have...
Done. D-O...
He's going to put it out with you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
See, man.
I was like, bro.
No loyalty.
I said, man.
It's not a loyalty thing, man. It's I think it's, they see the light at the end of the tunnel and they're like, yo, that's where I want to be. And they're going to take me there. And it's the freaking, whatchamacallit, I read Russell Simmons' biography about freaking, how LL Cool J was in the studio. And listening to the same mixtape for 2 years. And he's like, yo, what are you listening to? He's like, oh, it's my man from Jamaica, Queens. Slick Rick. Oh. Bring Slick Rick in. They do the whole stuff. They record his album. He's like, yo, it's not right. Mm-hmm. All right. We give you 2 weeks. 2 weeks he came back with The Great Adventures of Slick Rick. The whole album. But he stuck to his guns. He said, "No, I'm gonna stick with my people. Like, this is cool. Stick to your guns."
In place with that. I said, I'm not sending nobody, I'm not sending no beat tapes. I'm not going to nobody, no manager. I'm not doing that no more. Right. And when that stopped, when that happened, I was like, bro, my life changed, man. I became more wealthier, less stressed. I started finding my own artists, doing my own projects, and it was much better. And I know guys that were really in that lifestyle, trying to sell joints and get placements, stressed out, knowing where to live. You know what I'm saying? Like, life is different. I always try to tell people, like, the independent route is tough. Right. And I said we just do, because I don't know, y'all may heard his name, Osinachi. Yeah. And he's a producer, he's from here. And he did Wale Nike books. Okay. And we used to talk all the time back in the day because he was one of those people that really wanted to do industry stuff. Right. He was industry. Right. And then I always was like, I'm doing independent. You know what I'm saying? And we spoke to some people about a year or two ago about the issues because he went and signed with Rodney Jerkins. Okay. And he sat with Rodney Jerkins, produced or co-produced, ghost produced. He signed a deal with him, with Rodney Jerkins. And he couldn't do no work for years because Rodney wouldn't let him do no work. Damn. And then here I am. And so we was trying to tell people, like, this is the gift and the curse. Yeah. You may get this money. You may be in these studio sessions with all these artists. This man told me, he said, yeah, I was producing with Rodney, playing keys, doing different things, ideas. But then when all the A-list artists came to the studio, I couldn't even come to the studio. Yeah. But I could come on the days when nobody was there. But when they was coming through, I couldn't come. I was like, bro, what the Right. What kind of shit is that?
They probably listening to your shit like, oh, this shit's crazy.
He said none of the producers could come to the studio when Madonna was coming or when Madonna in the big stuff. We couldn't even go to the studio. I'm like, bro, but you work for him. Yeah, we couldn't go. I was like, bro, how could you live with yourself? You know what I'm saying? And we joke about it and laugh about it. I was like, you spent a lot of your a good part of probably all your 20s signed up under this dude. Right. And I felt for him because he's very talented, but couldn't do nothing. Couldn't do anything because he was signed to Rodney. And Rodney held, puppet master. I was like, bro, should have just went independent, baby. You know what I'm saying? It'd have been tougher, but,
Still out here living.
Out here living, getting money. You can work with who you want to and charge what you want. Yeah. To each his own, man. Always a pleasure, man.
Love, man. Thank you, man. Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
All right, guys. All good. Y'all, you did the record, right?
Yeah.
So they just let me know about Trina.
All right.
I'm out of here on the third week in May, though.
Okay.
So I'm out of here for probably that week or a week and a half, then I'll be back.
All right.
All right?
Hey, yo, let me ask you a quick question. For Black Earth stuff, we want to start mixing mastering. You want to...
Is everything done?
Everything's done.
I thought Tim had to do it right.
Tim has to do an intro for the album, but as far as the album, it's pretty much done.
Okay. What's the deadline?
We haven't really set one because I want to talk to you about it.
I mean, we can get it done if I won't be able to start it till June.
That's fine.
Yeah, I won't be able to start it till probably the second week in June.
Second week of June?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So let's shoot for that.
Okay.
And
well, just send me a text, me and Howard, a text a group joint so we can.
I'll shoot an email out that way.
Start breaking it down and figure out what's the schedule.
All right, that's what's up. All right, baby.
Hey man, tell Ronnie Rod, do my idea. Y'all need to do a documentary.
For
Humble Mom.
All right, like right now.
Right now.
All right, cool.
I was telling him, people hitting me up, the young man who recorded this album was like, how can I get my album to them? I want them to listen to my album. I want them to put it out. Yeah. I'm like, y'all got to reintroduce yourselves. All right. So y'all got to do a documentary and a little, 2-minute spotlight on each one of y'all. I have it all thought out. But I want you need to do a Humble Monarch documentary.
Can we hop on a call?
Yeah. Just call me. Let me
all
know.
Right. Me, you, and Roddy, we hop on a call and
y'all need to do
pull
something.
from each other.
10, 15-minute documentary.
All right.
couple minutes, you, Tim, Sean,
Yeah.
Roddy, how it all started, kind of the branches of it. You know what I'm saying? But it's not. It's a humble monarch focused piece in all the people that play a role in humble monarch.
Perfect.
Well,
All right.
we got to get it done. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, man?
What's up?
I love the verse.
Yo.
I love the verse. I gotta send you some more beats. God damn.
Please.
Man.
You're doing a whole EP.
Yeah. Let's do a Kaimbr Gadget EP. We've never worked together.
This is the first time I think I've rhymed on any of your beats.
Yes.
And we known each other how long?
Long time.
You think you know your mans and them. shoot your cooking show.
Eb's
do all
in the
this shit
car.
for you, don't send you no beats.
Right.
No, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Got to work with Kenilworth Katrina. Shout out. Like, I was nervous. I was like, yo.
I knew you was gonna kill it.
She bodied this one.
She did.
When I commented on the Instagram, and he was like, yo, you want a second verse?
Say less.
Al Bundy throws for 4 touchdowns once again.